Hello everyone. So today's question is called flipping an image. It's a easy question, I believe, and it's very direct. What it's saying is we are given a binary matrix where the first thing we have to do is flip it horizontally and then invert the image. That is, 0 will become 1 and 1 will become 0. So it's something like this. This matrix will first become this, that is, it will be flipped. 1 will come to 0 like this, and then the one in the between will remain as it is. Similarly, this one and this one will flip, and yeah, it's very self-explanatory. And then finally we need to invert it. Basically, 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, and 1 will become 0. So we can do it in a brute force way and it will be easily done. But generally what happens is, if you get a question like this where you have binary numbers, then try to think of a bit manipulation approach. So what we'll do is we'll see how we can do it using bit manipulation. So if you notice one thing, then if 1 and 0, okay, so 1 0, if we flip it, what will be the answer? 0 and 1, right? Now again we need to change it, like 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, so finally answer will be 1 and 0, right? So if you see if you notice, my um, if I have 1 comma 0, that is, yeah, or I have 0 comma 1, then we don't need to change it, it will remain as it is. But if we have same value, for example this question, if it's 1 1, then final answer is 0 and 0, right? So if we have 0 comma 0, or if we have 1 comma 1, then the answer will change, right? Okay, so this is the basic idea. Let's try to solve it and write the code. Okay, so let's start to code. I'll just comment this out. So first we need to traverse it, so we'll take a for loop, int I will be from 0 to I will be less than a dot size I plus plus, right? Next what we want is I'll say let's just take this something k or j, and then for inner loop we'll take I and j. So we'll take two values I comma j, where I will be equal to 0 and int j will be equal to the size of this array minus 1, right? So it will be a0 dot size minus 1. Okay. Oops. So we have taken two pointers now at each end. Now we'll just run the loop and see if they are equal or not till the time I should be less than j, right? Yeah. And then we'll say if my a at this position, a basically the matrix. So if this is same as this, like 1 and 1, if this is the case, then we'll just change it to 0 and 0, right? So I'll say if I k I is equal to a k j. If this is the case, then if it's 0 it will be changed to 1, and if it's 1 it will be changed to 0, right? So if you think about it, it's basically saying that we need to take the XOR with 1, because if the answer is 1, 1 and 1 will become 0. If the answer is 0, then 1 and 1, not 1 and 1, sorry, what I'm basically trying to say is 1 XOR 1 will be equal to 0, and 0 XOR 1 will be equal to 1, right? So if it's 1, we'll take XOR with 1. If it's 0, we'll take XOR with 0. And we'll finally get it, inverted. So A, K, I, we'll say will be equal to AKI XOR 1. XOR 1. Similarly, we'll write for J. Now once this is done, it will we all we'll do is basically I will be incremented and j will be decremented because we need to work it through. So I plus plus and j minus minus. Okay, so let's see, hopefully this should work, and I'll simply then say return the matrix A. Okay. Okay, we have a compiler error. Hmm. Okay, oh, we need to take one case because we're not saying like when I is equal to j. So we can write it over here like if my I is equal to j, that's the only time the loop will break. So once the loop breaks, then we'll simply say ak and I will be equal to this XOR 1. Okay. Because if we write it over here, what will happen, it will take XOR with 1 twice, so we need to write it over here. Let's hope this works. Okay, so it got accepted. Thank you so much.